is sufficient. My objective has been accomplished.
Even though I fought fiercely, my body performed smoothly thanks to my recent maintenance. The fake Yukon had fallen to the ground at my final strike, and its form begins to bubble into the black ooze and fall into a black ooze and fall apart.
It really was a shadow.
The melting Yukon suddenly spits out balls of golden light. These orbs pass through the school gate and fly up towards the top of the tower, looming over the school building. The sounds of our battle echo away. The silence envelops the area again. Doggy!
Labrys-san! Ken-kun! Koromaru-san!
I'm overcome with surprise as Ken-kun makes his way to me. Koromaru-san has been at Ken-kun's side, but he dashes over to me.
I'm glad you're safe. Is something wrong?
Ken-kun has a worried expression. Even though the fake Yukon had been in a shadow, the harsh words coming from what appeared to be Yukon's face have still left me agitated. But
I'm okay.
I won't be deceived any longer. We have to save the others and solve this case as soon as we can. Ken-kun seems to notice my resolve and nods to me.
If anything comes up, please feel free to talk to me about it. That is, if you're okay with sharing it with me.
I thank Ken and then suggest we compare whatever information we've gathered up till now. The enemy seems to be using fakes made from shadows to challenge us to fight. Ken-kun reports that he encountered a copy of himself, but he was saved by Kanji-kun and Naota-kun and in the nick of time. Thank goodness, Yukon and his friends have noticed the strange situation and that has befallen in this town. I decide to tell Ken-kun and about what had happened a moment ago, including my own unease as well.
I see. That must have been tough. Yeah, I got to wondering what I would do if the real Yukon thought the same way. And that got me all scared. It's difficult to truly believe in other people. Ken-kun? It would be easy for me to say that he'd never think that way about you. But people are weak. They can't help but believe in things that make life easier for them. That's only deceiving yourself, though. You need to have resolve if you want to learn the truth. Even if that means getting hurt yourself. Resolve. If you're worried about the truth, then I believe you should go to him directly and find out how he feels. Otherwise, you'll never be true friends. Ken-kun. Oh, I'm sorry for being so impolite. It's easy to tell others to learn unpleasant truths, but it's more like I'm trying to convince myself.
Koromaru-san stares up at me. I feel that he's telling me what Ken-kun's saying is right. I should find out for myself. If Yukon and his friends are headed here as well, I'll see them eventually. I should use that time to...
I see. A relationship between two people cannot be formed until they speak their minds to one another. Doing so requires this resolve.
Oh God, it's him.
Who's there?
We stand ready at the sudden voice. Oh, not who I was thinking. It's been a while since I've heard Takutsuki's voice. You can't blame me. Been a while since I heard Theodore's voice, too. The silver-haired man wearing dark blue clothing steps from the shadows of the school gate. Where did he come from? My radar didn't detect him at all. Wait, I'm still not detecting him.
Who are you?
Ah, how truly rude of me. My name is Theodore. I didn't intend to eavesdrop on you. But as I wandered in search of cola, I found myself here.
That blue costume. Are you connected to Elizabeth?
Such a vibrant shade of blue. His distinctive clothing looks familiar. Elizabeth, the girl who I met during the previous case, who also helped me remember a number of things. She appeared in my dream earlier today too, and said some deeply meaningful things before disappearing. The man standing before me has an air familiar, similar to hers.
Why? So you know of my sister?
Labra-san, is this person an enemy? Probably not. Elizabeth helped me realize a ton of stuff, but, well, she came on a little strong sometimes.
That can be summed up in 3 words. Mega de Leon for everyone.
Oh? Was she rude to you? She once forced me to eat a large quantity of cinnamon, and I thought my mouth was going to be desiccated forever.
How did that happen?
Cinnamon?
Please, don't worry about it. It is merely a bittersweet page from our youths.
I see. Oh, right. My name's Labris. This is Ken-kun and Karumaru-san. They're my... Well, it's nice to meet you, Theodore. We're Labris-san's comrades. Comrades.
Thank you for the polite introductions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm thinking that's a weird translation issue because it seemed they seem to like switch between friends and comrades. Comrades. I was embarrassed, but the way Ken said it without any hesitation warms my heart. Probably the original Japanese can be taken as used there can be taken as friends or comrades. I do have many comrades right now who are with me. The way they interact with me naturally makes me think that perhaps I'm the only one who minds what I am. I feel like such a fool for being so anxious. I can't help but smile.
By the way, on a different subject, has anyone seen my sister Elizabeth anywhere?
Elizabeth? Nah. The last time I saw her was in a dream. I haven't seen her around here.
Is that so? There's something I was meaning to ask her if I managed to find her. I saw traces of cinnamon along the road here, so I thought that she might have come this way.
Elizabeth is here? She said in her dream, that should be my dream, shouldn't it? She said in my dream that she was searching for power. If she happened to come across this town while it's in such a special situation, wouldn't it make sense that she would come to this tower?
Please forgive me. It seems I've detained you for too long. Please, do not be alarmed. I have no intention of getting in your way.
Oh, that's right. We need to hurry. Labra-san, shall we get going? Huh? But don't we have to wait for you, Kari-san? Do you remember what that General Teddy said when he showed up on the monitor? Oh, if we don't fight and win the P1 climax within an hour, the world will end. Yes, that's why I think it's important we rescue Mitsuru-san and the others as quickly as possible.
Which tells me this tower either is incredibly dinky compared to Tartarus, or it's got a fast way up, because there's no way you're climbing Tartarus within 1 friggin' hour. It took a year to do it in Persona 3.
Yukari-san will be fine. Junpei-san's strong too, after all.
Ken can make sure that Yukari-san and Junpei-san will be all right. Is this what it means to believe in others?
All right, let's go. See you, Theodore.
Please, take care. Still, where am I to obtain this?
Theodore walks away, mumbling to himself, and then the three of us head into the school building. Plot twist, Theodore is Teddy solely based on the names. Actually, no. What did P4 spell it? Teddy. Yeah, the second one is correct, but like Okay, I already explained this earlier, but I'll explain it again for your benefit. In in Persona 3, in each Persona game, there's different attendants to the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room being where you like go to make personas and power up and stuff like that. In Persona 3, the attendant was Elizabeth, but with Persona. Oh no, Igor is the master of the Velvet Room. Elizabeth and the rest in the blue clothes are his attendants. But yeah, like when Persona 3 Portable came out, they added they added the ability to play as a female character, a female main character, and in that one, in that route, you had the ability to choose whether you wanted the elevator attendant to be male or female. Well, if you selected male, you would get Theodore. If you selected female, you would still get Elizabeth. Yeah, and the Velvet Room in the Velvet Room in each game takes on a different form. As of P3, they would take the form of they would take the form of something that would relate to the current main character in a sense, and basically it's it represents your journey through life. In Persona 3 was an elevator. In Persona 4 it was a car. And in Persona 5 it was a prison because the main character in that game was branded a delinquent, and his wife was ground to a halt. When we entered the school building, we find that the red fog has filled the halls as well, ruining our visibility. The hallways seem to go on forever, and the classrooms lining both sides are distorted. So, what's the opinion? The opinion on P3's Velvet Room? Well, it made sense. I wasn't aware you were leading up to a joke there. But we'll see more of that when P3 Reloaded comes out next year. I definitely plan to play that. This is similar to the way this building had been in the TV world. The red fog increases the creepiness tenfold. That ought to be uplifting. God damn it. The fog even mutes our footsteps as we proceed. As we walk along, Koromaru-san growls.
Koromaru-san? It would seem there's someone inside this classroom.
The door reading music room is slightly ajar, and the fog is pouring through the crack. I put my hand on the door. Ken-kun and I silently nod to one another. I throw open the door, and Ken-kun and Koromaru-san rush inside. I follow them. At the center of the music room is a cross, just like the ones we saw on the monitor in the helicopter. The person tied to it is Akihiko-san.
Sonata-san, we'll get you down at once.
Ken?
Kenko rushes over to the cross and unbinds Akihiko-san. Akihiko-san is quite weak, and he stumbles once he's released from the ropes. Ken-kun and I hold him up on our shoulders.
Thanks for saving me, Ken, Labras, and Koromaru too?
Sorry to barge in on you. I couldn't wait to hear your stories, so I came here.
I'm glad you're so impatient. Sorry about this.
I'm glad you're safe now. Where are the others?
Ah, am I late again? Sorry, guys. My bad.
I turn around in surprise at the sudden voice from behind us. A man wearing a backwards baseball cap is standing at the music room's door.
Hey, Ken and Koromaru. And, are you Labras?
Junpei-san, it's been a long time. I'm glad you made it here. Did you run into Yukari-san along the way?
Are you the real one or the fake one? Junpei-san, beginning personal scan, identified, Junpei Iori. As I thought, he is another of Mitsuru-san's comrades. It's from high school. He is currently listed as a member of the auxiliary staff of the Shadow Operatives.
Glad? You're glad about stealing the limelight from me?
Okay, so you're the fake one. Gonna refer to friends as comrades from now on. Kenkun's expression changes, and he quietly moves his spear into a combat position. Scanning. Subject confirmed as a shadow.
You're on to me already, huh? Oh well, I wasn't gonna try to hide it anyway.
I've never faced Junpei-san before.
Kenkun laughs to himself and takes a step forward. Kuromari-san stands close by him. Seeing the two of them so ready to battle makes me blurt out my doubts.
Kenkun, are you okay with fighting somebody who looks just like one of your buddies?
And my voice totally didn't just crack back then. What are you talking about?
I mean, aren't you afraid? Like, what if that's the real one?
No. Kenkun smiles at me and then explains himself in a tone of voice that makes me feel silly for doubting him.
That's a silly question, Labras-san. Even if it did turn out to be the real Junpei-san, if I'm truly being challenged, then I can never back down. Truly challenged?
True friends beat each other up.
Yes. When it comes down to it, I will stand up and fight for anything I truly believe in, even if I must do so against my own companions.
That's a silly question, yeah.
Looks like you're finally learning to talk like that, Ken.
Akihiko-san!
Labras, let me tell you something. Even if the enemy you face is someone you once counted as a friend, in a battle for your beliefs, the bonds formed between true comrades will never break.
Are you trying to bore me to submission? Let's get this over with already. Bring on the rain!
Your funeral. The fake Junpei-san summons the red pillars. Akihiko-san looks confused for a moment, but Kenkun explains the rules to him.
Selfish rules as always. Now, normally I'd take him on, but let me take a quick break from the fighting for now.
Yes, please rest, Sonata-san. We can handle this.
Akihiko-san smiles happily and takes a step back. Kenkun stands firmly in front of the shadow and takes a position. His resolve is so powerful that this young man looks strong even to me. But I can't forget that I'm a shadow operative as well.
I can do it too.
I'm totally doing it. I promised a funeral, I'm gonna damn well deliver it.
Final.
Seriously?
Don't let this wind get to your head. Keep training.
Tried to warn you. Okay, I'm actually going to take a quick bio break. For now, give me a sec. I got my question. Got called silly right in front of Junpei. I must destroy Junpei so he doesn't tell. Anyway, I gotta take a bio break. Give me a sec, everyone. Alright, I'm back. Cracks form in the red pillars and they crumble into dust, then vanish entirely. At the same time, the form of the fake Junpei-san melts into a black vortex. Time to continue. For the love of God, don't ask silly questions, game. The proof that we had been fighting a fake makes me feel a little relieved.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
Karamari speaks up, as if trying to get our attention. The remains of the shadow, swirling around in the center of the room, releases small balls of light and rises into the void above the room.
Weird. The same thing happened to the fake Yukun, too.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I've noticed. Everyone in Inaba, aside from us persona users, has vanished. Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san, immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least. Though it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. And they're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
Thank you.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage. Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
Now that Akihiko-san has recovered his senses somewhat, we both explain the sequence of events we've experienced up until this point.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste here. Akihiko-san is far from his normal condition, and he appears to have recovered enough to be able to walk on his own. We leave the music room and decide to look for some stairs so we can head up. Since the remains of the fakes were all going upwards, we conclude that there must be something above us that they're all going to.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried. What, does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
I love how he says that as if he's experienced it.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met. Huh. If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two. You can't. You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
These two have been so calm and rational when confronted with the fake Junpei-san. Seeing them so distraught over the thought of this, I can't help but laugh. Akihiko-san and Ken could smile with embarrassment. Karamari-san walks on coolly as if this was no concern of his. It must be rather difficult to really express your true feelings. I mean, she doesn't call her punishments executions for nothing. Okay then, time to check in on Yukari. Yep. They use the Velvet Room theme for the menus. It is a pretty famous track. With Teddy as a guide, we climb the hill leading to the tower. I see what appear to be the front gate of a school, and there's a sign of a wall reading Yasugami High School. The building ahead of us looks like an ordinary school at first glance, but when I look up, there are a number of things wrong with it.
Is this really Sensei's school? It looks even weirder than it did before.
Yikes, this is really bad. I haven't seen anything like this since 3 years ago.
Even from up close, it's strikingly similar to Tartarus. A nest of death where shadows roam free, and a tower of darkness built to summon death itself. Yeah, that's not they're not really being colorful. Well, Tartarus is the place in Hades, in Greek mythology, where basically sinners go. It's technically the ancient Greek version of hell, but you don't exactly have to die to go there. I do have that game, by the way. I should start a series on it at some point. But yeah, it tied into the whole Orpheus thing I mentioned before, because the story of Orpheus was he went into the underworld. He went into Hades to get his beloved Eurydice back because she died, and he got. And this is not only a feat that very few heroes have actually done, going to Hades and back, but he did so without fighting. He was a musician by trait, and he even got by Cerberus by playing him a song. That's why we have that's where we get that's where we get the saying, "Music soothes the savage beast." And in fact, he used music to convey his emotions to Hades, and Hades was so taken by it that he decided to give Orpheus a chance. Unfortunately, Orpheus ultimately failed, but yeah, I do know Orpheus appears in Hades. I actually played quite a bit of it before I finally decided to start VTubing. And the Tower of but that's not all. Strange markings line the ground and walls, all the way from the gate to the school building itself. Posters have been put up on the walls and even in the windows, oddly matching the eeriness of the building.
There's a bunch of posters up. It kind of reminds me of a school festival. The Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
That's Sensei! Sensei is so strong, kind, and a reliable leader!
They are talking of a different personification of death, though. When they mean death, they like using the Arcana as the name. Because as in Persona, shadows and personas are categorized by the Arcana, the major Arcana, the Tarot.
And over here's Chie-chan. She trains a ton every day, and she eats a ton too.
Teddy points out the different posters, one after another, and happily tells me about his friends. Seeing him like this, I got a sense of how much he values his friendships with these people. They must be a great bunch of people.
Huh? There's a poster of Mitsuru Senpai too? The Imperious Queen of Executions.
I mean, that does track. She does call her punishment execution. She does call her punishments execution. That goes all the way back to P3.
What's wrong, Yuka-chan? What about Mid-chan?
Oh, it's nothing. I just remembered something that happened during our school trip.
We will get to that when we play Reloaded.
Oh, an execution, huh? Well, I know what that's like.
No, you don't. Not from Mitsuru.
Huh? Have you done that to someone before?
Nah, it was done to me. And I see Hammer to repay me for my innocent curiosity. Just remembering it gives me the chilly willies.
Good lord.
Oh, I can imagine that. Talking to you reminds me of someone I know. There's an idiot in our group, too.
Oh, lucky me. I found Yucatan.
Hark! Said idiot arrives!
Junpei?
I'm surprised to see the next face. Wait a sec. I have to consider what happened with that copy of Mitsuru-san from earlier. He's wearing a baseball uniform for some reason. Could this be another fake? I put some distance between us and knock an arrow.
Right there. I told Junpei to wait for me at the station. What are you doing here?
You really thought he would stay put?
Hey, wait a second. That's no way to greet your old friend. You're supposed to get emotional. Oh, wait. Are you another monster, Yukari?
A monster? Me? Wait, so are you the real Junpei?
Ugh, he reeks of sweat. Seriously, can't you have some consideration for the people who have to smell you? He's real.
Huh?
Whoa, aren't you the guy who was on TV earlier? Why are you with Yucatan?
Why? Because I'm Yuka-chan's knight in fuzzy armor, obviously. In other words, we share a pledge of eternal love.
God damn it, Teddy. Also, fuzzy armor sounds like a terrible protective decision.
Eternal love?
Yuka-chan, do you know this weirdo with a beardo? Whoever he is, I don't think he's a fake.
Okay, first off, that's a goatee.
Yeah, I know him. You seem energetic as always, Junpei.
Oh, is that what's going on here? Wait, don't be ridiculous. I'm obviously the real me.
I can kind of tell, too. That baseless confidence in himself, yeah, it's probably the real Junpei.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. And sorry, I told you to wait at the station. But then I heard that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are in danger.
Nah, it's cool. I was kind of wandering around too. But wait, they've been captured? Seriously?
Yeah, about that.
I'm a little relieved to be able to meet up with a familiar face. We trade some nostalgic banter while we share what we've learned and about what's happening in Inaba. I had my doubts when I heard how Junpei miraculously ended up in Inaba, even before the rest of us, but I guess that's just like him. He barely has a grasp of the situation, and he keeps going on about how some cute girl he met at Junes's. About how cute some girl he met in Junes's. I don't want to hear about that stuff. At least I learned that the persona users of this town are acting like their own, are acting on their own during this unusual, are acting on their own during this unusual phenomenon.
What? Junpei, you ran into Rise-chan and Yuki-chan? Were they all right?
Yep, totally fine. Man, school chicks these days are really tough. By the way, who are you anyway? Aren't you that, what was it, General Teddy?
How dare you! It's outrageous that you treat me the same as that faker. I'm the one, the only, the adorable Teddy.
Yeah, you're right. The fake Teddy is much more bearable. God damn it, I did it again. Well, yeah. I didn't intend to push too many questions on the poor guy, but Teddy's existence is something of a mystery. What do I know? What I do know is that he's an Inaba persona user, and and he's not an enemy.
The General Teddy from the broadcast appears to be a copy of Teddy here. Teddy's a persona user from this town, and he's looking for his friends.
Huh? You can use a persona? I figured you were nothing but a walking costume.
Again, do I have to point out that you have a robot and a dog on your team? This shouldn't even faze you at this point.
Grr, how rude. I'm not just an empty suit. I have a persona, and I have something inside, too. Look.
Inside? Teddy suddenly undoes his zipper. Huh? That's removable?
Hello, everyone.
I just needed to catch that look on their faces.
Whoa, white guy.
What's going on here? The sudden appearance of this young kid inside the suit is startling. Actually, even before that.
There really is something inside.
I worked hard to grow this body because I wanted to score with a girl. Nice to meet you, Junpei.
God damn it, Teddy.
Oh, your Japanese is a little off, though. You make a costume, not grow it. Do you understand? Make, not grow.
Stop talking like an idiot, Junpei. But wow, I figured you were empty too.
I'm sorry. Did I surprise you, Yuka-chan?
Ugh, this is starting to break my brain. I'm sorry to ask you this once you took it off, but can you just keep your costume on for now?
Aw, but I just came out. Ooh, but this must mean that you like my bear skin better. Ta-da! Look! It's original flavor Teddy again. So don't hold back. Ladies and other ladies, start your snugglings!
Moving on.
Oh, come on, guys. Enough playing around. Let's go. We have to hurry and find the others.
Yeah, if you can't already tell, I'm not the biggest fan of Teddy.
Huh? Oh, right.
Go, go, go!
When we're about to go inside, Teddy suddenly stops and stands straight up. Could his keen nose really work when he's wearing that costume? Oh wait, if anything, that costume is his real nose, isn't it?
Huh? I'm already picking up on someone. The rest are shadows.
Yeah, I'm not even going to question his sneezing anymore either. Is this someone he mentions related to Mitsuru-senpai or Akihiko-senpai or the others? Teddy runs off still sneezing. We take a side path to make a detour around the school building and see a gymnasium up ahead. The entrance door is covered by a poster of a boy labeled the Beefcake Emperor. That name, it's Kanji Tatsumi, isn't it?
Oh, this is Kanji. He loves manly battles and is really good at grabbing people and stabbing things.
I'm sorry, what? How did you draw that conclusion? The guy likes sewing. He works at a textile shop.
This poster's giving me bad vibes. I don't want to charge in without a plan and run into this guy. Let's look for another way in, maybe.
Yeah, again with the not transphobic, the homophobic jokes, because for some reason Atlas just keeps wanting to ruin their series with that.
Don't be stupid. Someone's here, right? Come on, we're going in.
I make Junpei open the door, despite his protesting. The central area inside the gym is open, though chairs are stacked up all around, reaching almost to the ceiling. A blond, well-built young man is standing in the open space, clearly waiting for us. There's no mistaking him. This is Kanji Tatsumi, whose face is on the poster we just saw. Here we go.
Finally, you showed up.
Oh, not doing the offensive gay stereotype? Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Hello, boys. I've been waiting forever and ever for you. Especially you, slugger.
And there we go.
Just to be clear, you don't know this guy, right?
No! He's got no business calling me out like a designated hitter. Hey, Teddy! That's your friend, right? Why don't you snip him and see if he's one of those fakes?
I don't have to. That's definitely a fake. If Kanji really liked you, he'd be stuttering and baking you treats instead of talking like that.
Oh, I've got a treat for you. It's in my fists. And I can't wait to show it to you. Bring on the ring!
Kanji-kun hollers loudly, and the four pillars descend, surrounding us. Well, I knew this was coming. This is obviously a fake. In order to find that someone Teddy was talking about, we'll have to fight our way past this.
All right, you guys go in there and fight him. I'll cheer you on from over here.
Don't be a wuss. You're fighting too. Let's deal with this quickly.
You're not going to beat me down that easily. Here we go, dammit!
I'm doing it. This is symbolic.
Final.
God, this music.
Stay on the offense. Well done. That's how the game's meant to be played. So, just to be clear, I didn't even want to go in here, all right? So this is all on you guys.
As Junpei stumbles through whatever he's fighting, whatever he's trying to say, the fake Kanji-kun crumbles and loses his shape. The sparkles of light that spits out float up through the high ceiling and disappear from view.
Huh? I'm sensing that's someone through there. Junpei, hurry and open this.
Teddy points to a door on the other side of the room, and Junpei quickly rushes to open it. Huh? Junpei and Teddy might actually make a good team.
Yeah, I'm on it.
When Junpei throws open the door, a wall of thick red fog pours out, clouding my vision. I hear Junpei coughing from within the fog, and I can't see him. Teddy and I stick to the wall until the fog dissipates somewhat. Then we take a peek inside the door.
Huh? was this escapade?
A white spotlight shines across the dark open space. The edge of the light illuminates a raised stage. And it looks exactly like the dance floor of the club near Gekkakan High. Could this really be Escapade?
Fuka!
I can't help but call out in shock. A large cross raised in the center of the stage, and Fuka is hanging from it, just like on the broadcast.
Seriously? Whoa.
Fuchan, I'll save you. I'm a-coming.
Teddy runs to the cross with a surprising turn of speed for somebody somebody with such stubby little legs. We all work together to get Fuka down from the cross, but even though she doesn't appear to be physically injured, she hasn't regained consciousness yet. Still, she's breathing normally, and her pulse is steady. Thank goodness. It seems she is not in any danger of dying.
Fuchan, are you okay? Wake up! I'd better give you the breath of life.
Is it too late to swap out for General Teddy?
Feather dropkick!
Yuka-chan, I was just joking.
Thank you.
This isn't the time for jokes. Fuka, can you hear me? We've come to rescue you.
Ah, are you coming too?
Yukari-chan and Junpei-kun, did you rescue me?
Sorry we're late, but you're gonna be okay now.
Hey, Fuka. It's been a while, huh? And now that we're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Who would do such a thing to Fuchan? I'll never forgive them.
Thank you too, Teddy. But have you seen Mitsuru-senpai? And
She's really exhausted. You shouldn't try to move for a while. It doesn't look like the others are around here.
we have to rescue them. I couldn't do anything.
According to Fuka, they were captured immediately after they were attacked. Even with Fuka's search ability, she wasn't able to sense anything until right before it happened.
All right, well, let's let Fuka rest here while we go on. We just have to rescue Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-senpai, right?
We can't leave Fuka alone here. What if another fake shows up like before?
Oh, right.
If we leave her here alone and another fake person shows up, her life would be in danger for sure. Still, we can't make her walk around with us when she's so exhausted.
Alrighty, I'm volunteering to stay behind.
You will?
Leave it to me. I can use a persona, and I'm the best at escorting ladies.
Oh, thank God, we don't have to deal with Teddy anymore.
Well, if you're that confident, maybe we should leave this to him. I'm counting on you, Sir Teddy. Be her knight.
Junpei pats Teddy on the back. Teddy smiles proudly and gives us a thumbs up. These two are starting to act like they've been partners for years.
Teddy, are Yukun and the others here too?
Huh. From what Junpei told us, Risei-chan and Yuki-chan left Junes to look for Kanji and Nao-chan. But if they notice what's happened to the school, I'm sure they'll end up here.
I see. If Risei-chan's with them, then there's no need to worry.
Okay, yeah, so this is another detail. There are basically two different types of personas that basically happen within the that basically exist within the persona world. The most common type are battle oriented. They're able to use combat skills, and some of them will even be able to heal and cause status effects and stuff like that. But then you get like the support personas. Like these tend to have no combat ability, but instead But instead, they're good at gathering and providing information and communicating it. This is the type of persona that Fuka has, and this is what, and this also is what, and Risei's persona was also oriented towards that. They just gave her persona a battle form.
Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, please go on ahead and save the others. I'll remain here with Teddy. I'll contact you all with my persona once I've recovered a little. Please, just give me a little time.
I raise an eyebrow, but Fuka smiles and tells us that she'll be okay. I read that Teddy fought through an entire case. I read that Teddy fought through an entire case in Inaba too, so I guess that'll be all right. We leave Fuka in Teddy's care and leave the gym, finally making our way to the school building. We enter through the main gates and end up in a hallway. The building's interior is shrouded in fog as well. As expected, the visibility inside isn't that good either. We decided that we should head up and find some nearby stairs to go up. But after climbing a couple of stories, the stairs come to an abrupt end, and we have to find another way to find. We have to find another flight of stairs. A countless number of similar-looking classrooms and hallways appear on this floor, and we can't find a way up at all. The endless hallway is dark, and I hate to say it, but this reminds me of a haunted mansion.
Hey, Junpei! Stop going so far ahead! It's bad enough that I can't really see that far.
Seriously, this hallway goes on forever. You think it's time for a nostalgic replay of Junpei's Believe It or Don't?
Not the time, Junpei.
What? Hey!
I mean, I'm all for your hilarious antics, but not now. We have plenty of time for that when Reloaded comes out.
There are many strange things in this world.
Not now, Junpei.
Imagine, if you will, a boys' baseball team led by the handsome coach Junpei. What you'll hear next is a true story, a tale of mystery and fear.
Yeah, he makes the name makes it sound like a Believe It or Not club, but he's straight off quoting Twilight. Not Twilight. It's the Twilight Zone.
Knock it off! You know I hate that ghost story stuff. When did you start coaching kids?
Ow, will you stop hitting me? Didn't I tell you I coach a kids team, and I'm surprisingly good at it?
Also, you're still afraid of ghosts? It's been 2 years. And you fought ghosts.
Is that why you reek of sweat? Do you ever wash that shirt?
What kind of slob do you take me for? And you're one to talk. You're wearing some pretty funky clothes yourself.
I have a reason for this, jeez. I knew I should have changed.
We continue talking back and forth about this for a while as we proceed, trying to distract ourselves from the creepy atmosphere. Eventually, the hallway ends with a very heavy-looking metal door. Above the door is a sign reading Announcement Room.
Dead end, huh? Well, I guess we better go on in through here.
The room behind the door is filled with tons of monitors and sound equipment. This professional-grade equipment isn't what you'd expect to find in an ordinary school's announcement room. This looks more like a studio, in a real TV station.
This is creepy. But maybe this is where General Teddy is making his broadcasts from.
The monitor suddenly flashes to light and illuminate the room. What's going on? The screen in front of us is showing a location that we both recognize.
Moonlight Bridge.
The gigantic suspension bridge connecting Iwatodai and the man-made port island. The camera zooms in on the bridge's main tower. Another cross identical to the one Fuka had me bound to is on the screen. A figure in white is held on it, and her head is drooping down. Either at the end of the scene or at the next continue, I'm going to stop. I know we got practically 5 more minutes, but like depending on how long this goes, I will have to stop soon.
Yucatan, is that?
I guess we have to save her.
But how? Are we gonna head all the way back to Iwatodai?
Oh, by the way, the Igus is named after the shield in Greek mythology that belonged to Zeus, which he loaned his daughter Athena. And Medusa's head was put in that shield when was put in that shield when she was beheaded by Perseus. Her persona is Athena. Every time I hear Yucatan, I keep thinking, Yucatan. Yeah, I believe that's because of the way he's saying it. It should be Tan, I believe.
There's no reason to worry about things like that. After all, this place is your final destination.
While our eyes are glued to Igus on the monitor, a familiar voice suddenly speaks out from behind us. We turn to see a person standing there with a red cape. Akihiko-senpai? No, that can't be right. It's even if I've started catching on to this. He shakes his fist as if to taunt us, and wears an irritating smirk on his face. This is most likely another fake.
Doesn't it bring back memories? You fought those artificial persona users on that bridge. It was a conflict of burning passion. There was one simple rule. Power decides all. Now, try and fulfill my innermost desire. Bring on the ring!
Yeah, it's not a literal cape. There's an interesting story for that. You see, Akihiko was a trained boxer, but like for some, they wanted a buff character in the original Persona 4 and Persona 4 Arena, I mean, and the only character that fit the bill was Akihiko. Because of his background and in boxing. So, lo and behold, this is what they decided his design should be. As he shouts out, the red pillars appear again. We're up against the fake version of Akihiko-senpai this time, huh? Well, this is going to be awkward.
Hey, Yucatan. I know this is a fake Akihiko-san, but isn't that the kind of thing he's normally ranting about?
Maybe, but this isn't the time to talk about stuff like that. We can't lose no matter who we're up against.
Oh, are you on fire, Yucatan? All right, I'm getting pumped too. Let's go for a grand slam.
Okay, we are going to go with Junpei this time, since we used Yukari in the last battle. And for the record, I used Yukari in the last battle because Kanji was afraid of women originally. All right. I forgot he gets a buff when you do that enough times.
Perfectly. Incredible.
I'm actually going to stop it here, though. Yeah, I'm pretty good at this game, but part of the reason for that is because of the auto combo. And the fact that I practice it a ton. But yeah, I am going to stop there for now, because I don't want to risk going over like last time, and boy did we go over last time.
Persona 4.
Alright then. Yeah, so things are heating up. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it next time. We certainly won't be doing it next week because next week I will be doing a Christmas stream. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to finish it next time because I'm not exactly sure how long we have left of the P3 story. Hey, but yeah, things are heating up, and it's gonna only get better. I forgot how different the P3 story was from the P4 story. I'm very glad they didn't. They decided to have it be very different and to not tread all the same points. And so. But so before we go, let us prepare for a raid. We could go for Xantix, who's playing Spirit of the North, or Velvet Puppy. I don't think I've raided Xantix so before, or it's been a long time since I last raided her. Oh wait first. Double checking. Nope. Okay, then we will definitely go for her. So. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you like my stuff and you haven't already, please leave a follow. It helps me as a small VTuber. I upload all my stuff on YouTube, and you can also check my stuff over there. So then, we got things to do next week. I assume we're finishing the story in the main story for Fate Samurai Remnant next week, and then more. Then we got more due on Saturday, and then we got the Christmas stream. And I hope to see you there. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. This is Metis Balaska signing out.